Man, I'm really excited for this show today. I've got Brandon Burgason, CEO, founder of Mobie Network. Man, it is great to have you here. Let me just give a little background on you for those that don't know how awesome you are. So, Brandon Burgason is a full-purpose serial entrepreneur focused on creating technology and kick-ass businesses that help people and solve problems. Founded MobieLabs, a venture studio that builds mainstream products utilizing blockchain technology focused on mass adoption. And we're going to talk about that because that is the key. And you guys have really built a really easy to use application, by the way. It's awesome. Their flagship product is Mobie App, which is a global payments and rewards platform that allows for cryptocurrencies or cash to be used for everyday transactions, powering instant payments globally. I love your mantra, man. Do good things with good people. My man, my good friend, Brandon Burgason. What's going on, my brother? How you doing today?
What's going on, Sam the man? Man, it's so great to be here. I've been looking forward to this ever since we met at the Kinetic conference in Miami. And I'm wearing a
I
Miami
like that.
inspired shirt and just want to
I
make sure
like
everyone
that.
knows that I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish.
No, I'm feeling it, man. I'm looking at the shirt. The first thing that comes to my mind is the Miami Heat. You know, that's the flavor down in Miami, man. It was a great time, man. How did you enjoy, just being out there? I mean, the environment and just the people, man. What was your take back from that?
Oh, it was great just to meet everyone at Stellar. We've been, building and working, on the platform for over 3.5 years and finally get to meet everyone in person post COVID. It was just great just to see, the roadmap, and it just validated everything that we've been doing and why we built on Stellar and all the possibilities that are coming up here in the future. So we're super excited.
So, man, you know what? It's I want to kind of step back and really just I guess talk a little bit about your background and how you ended up in this space. Me and you had a good chance to talk. You have first of all, I mean, an amazing studio that you showed me some clips of. So tell us a little bit about your background and what led you, up to Mobie Labs.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. So I started in the mortgage and real estate business when I was about 19 years old, and I ended up owning my first mortgage company when I was about 24, called RateFirst.com, and basically it was a financial technology company now called FinTech that allowed for consumers to be self-directed and actually shop for their own mortgage platform. So we built the technology for that. I ended up selling right before the mortgage crash and got into hedge funds and physical delivery of commodities. So I learned that space and got highly connected there. Then moved over into the currency trading business. Forex, we had about, I think it was like 18 plus traders at the time, doing pretty well. And then we really got back in the mortgage business again, and then really kind of coming to where we're at now. And the reason I got into crypto and what I got into blockchain is my passion and background as a musician. I'm a DJ and producer. I love electronic dance music. When I left the mortgage business, my dream was to build this platform called Pangea, which was a one-stop shop for artists, to have one platform where they can get everything they need to be successful. Anyways, we went through that process. Then right when I was building the studio, I learned about blockchain, and I literally locked myself in the house for a weekend, learned everything about blockchain technology. The light bulb went off, and everything that I wanted to do, all the things that I wanted to build as far as technology and ideas, all came to light. And really wrote my first white paper, read over 200 of them at first.
Wow.
And I think I sent it to you. And I just learned about the blockchain space. I was just so just in love of because it solves so many problems. And that's I would say, if you were to ask me my superpower, that I love solving problems. I just don't stop until I do. That's kind of obsessive a little bit, but that's another story. But anyway, so we got to a point where we figured out how independent artists worldwide can actually make a living in cryptocurrency. And let's just equate that to 4,000 USD a month. They're making in crypto with no way to spend it. And I'm like,
Mm.
dang it. And so I built this whole platform, this white paper. Not that I didn't build the platform, I built the MVP and the idea. but then we shelved that, and then that's when we came up with Mobie. So Mobie was
Wow.
really kind of and for me at that time, like going down this genesis and getting here, really I looked at what was the biggest problem to solve in the crypto space, and that's making it spendable for everyday transactions and making it simple to use. So that's what my mission was. I went after, and we got some agreements with these retail relationships, and I was able to build technology and integrate with some of the biggest retailers using our IP. And that's really the foundation of where Mobie became. So it just kind of morphed into this consumer facing app that allows crypto to be spendable, but now it's morphed into this entire network that's built on the Stellar Rails. So we have a technology back end, and we also have a front end for the mainstream consumer, making it simple to use. So that's kind of the genesis of how we got from my career and how we got to where Mobie is. And now we're excited. We've been building for over 3.5 years, and we're ready for the world to finally meet Mobie. We're gearing up for our main marketing push here in the next month or so.
Woo! Man,
I don't know,
what
is that
I really
long-winded, huh?
love, what I love about this space, man, is the diversity of just experience. I mean, because people that I've found that have been really able to uh, take advantage and of the opportunity are people with diverse backgrounds like yourself. I mean, you went from mortgages, hedge fund backgrounds, DJing. It's really taking all of those things, music industry. And I mean, I know that you got friends that are writers, all these different buckets that you're able to pull from to essentially, understand the vision and where you need to go. So I'm curious on choosing Stellar, because you mentioned that you chose Stellar. Um, how we kind of connected was it was looking at, I think it was an NFT piece of it, and I think that one of the
Yep.
cool things that Stellar offers is the ability for a wide range of companies that are all leveraging the network to easily tap in and connect to each other and really build
Yep.
things out. So I'm curious if you can kind of share. While I'm gonna pull up this website because it's really awesome. But describe the reason for Stellar, and then let's kind of go through the app a little bit.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, it was actually a great story. So when was writing the white paper and it was done, I had to go ahead and choose what blockchain we're going to go on. Obviously, Ethereum. This was like right after 2017, so
Right.
Ethereum was the biggest. The most popular, especially for the investor that were investing into tokens and stuff like that. So what I've learned from by my mentor a long time ago is historically popular opinion is wrong. So I
Yeah.
started looking at different options and different things, and I was introduced to Stellar, and it was literally I tell this story often. I remember because it was like the gates of heaven opened up, like oh, like this is exactly what you're looking for. Because when I wrote the white paper, I didn't write it to specifically to a blockchain. I was just writing to the problem, but the fundamental basis of what Mobie does in Mobie Network, we're a payments and rewards ecosystem, universal. So interconnecting from Web 2, Web 3, that's the whole idea. Blockchain agnostic, currency agnostic, and we're built on payments, right? So, if that's the case, Stellar was the only option at that time, and it wasn't popular opinion. So we started building on Stellar, and that was and the reason we started building on Stellar is because one, I looked at like, okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're great for their use cases, but they're not a currency because it's too slow and it costs too much. So when I looked at Stellar, you're talking about 100,000 transactions costing one US penny, and it settles in 2 to 5 seconds in fiat and crypto. So I mean, it fit perfectly what we were doing. Also, they built the decentralized exchange, and they built the anchoring system. I thought the anchoring system was very, very clever, and how they had an anchor from, existing institutional banks or organizations, money transmitters in different parts of the
Hmm.
country that can provide liquidity for fiat currency. So it was like the perfect to build on it. It allowed us to do so much more than we could ever do. It would cost us hundreds of millions of dollars to build something like this ourselves. So to be able to tap into the open source platform and to be able to, be a part of this was great. So that's how we got into Stellar. And I can kind of talk to you about what had happened after that, because a lot of people didn't know really how to establish trust lines, and it wasn't clear to people. So right after we launched our token, which is the MBX token on Stellar, we had to figure out how we can, make a cross-chain asset to be able to be utilized in other blockchain ecosystems. So we built a bridge for our MBX asset, first in Ethereum, and then Binance Smart Chain, and now Polygon. So our idea is to have Stellar as our core, but also to be able to interchangeable to those ecosystems to be able to bring value or utility to the things those ecosystems bring. But Stellar is the core.
Ooh, man. Oh, hey, just let me
It's
get
not as
out the
fun.
way. Ooh, hold on. Let's
Um,
let's peel back a couple of things real quick, my friend.
I know.
Hold up,
I had to get that
hold
off
up.
because that was a big thing.
Nah, that's huge. Let's set up on a couple of things. You pointed out, I think, some important things that I want to go back on. One, a lot of people don't understand the importance of the Stellar Dex, right? The Stellar Dex and the anchor
Right.
system. Those were two aspects that excited me the most about Stellar as well. Is the
100%.
decentralized Dex at the core that allows for the interoperability and interaction of all these different assets autonomously. I mean, this is something that you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to worry about separately, and the anchor system. Um, and the fact that people don't realize that, like you said, it would cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to millions, maybe, right? To try to recreate what Stellar, is basically allowing you to just plug into. Um, can you maybe expand a little bit on the importance of the decentralized DEX, especially in Mobie's situation?
Well, the decentralized DEX is really key because, again, it's providing liquidity. The only problem early on with Stellar is the liquidity wasn't there because they didn't have AMMs till recently, which is Uniswap figured out. But I may be wrong, and you're still quote me. But for me, Stellar was the first DEX, that was really,
Oh yeah.
out there doing what they're doing. So for me, and it was very innovative of what they did do. Now, like for us, having the rails that they're building on, you're looking at the Visa, Mastercard, the ACH network. These are all banking rails that are just they're very outdated, very antiquated. So building these rails where you can send money quickly without having the energy consumption of mining Bitcoin or things like that, to me was just, I saw it as a long-term play, and I saw how they never kind of, Stellar never went through and did any type of pumping. They're pumping their stuff. They didn't go out there doing. They were just slowly
Right.
building. And when I saw what they were doing, I'm like, this is a company I'm going to be long term with. And we
Mm-hmm.
made that bet early on, and it paid off. I mean, after the Kinetic conference, and can't really disclose too much on the call here or the interview, but
Right.
because we did build on Stellar the opportunity to have interconnected with other major organizations with like global monetary systems
Mm.
is astronomical. And so I don't think our competition will be able to, kind of pivot the way we have, and why we're building on the platform. So we're excited about the long term of Mobie and partnering with Stellar.
Wow. 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 Yeah, that's pretty major, man. That's pretty major. Access to international, global companies that you can't get anywhere. The competition can't keep up. Wow. Let's you know
They,
what,
they, they,
I want to show something here, man, because on this page, I mean, I'm seeing some major brands. I mean, I'm seeing Gap, AutoZone, AMC, Blaze. Shout out to Blaze Pizza, by the way, man. Some good pizza over there.
that
I
is.
mean, so I posted this not too long ago. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here and see if the audience can look at it. But I want to show this as a little clip on how the app is being used right now, leveraging Stellar at the store. So let's play this. Is it gonna play? Is it gonna play? No. All right. So let me restart this here because I think this is important to kind of share this video. I think this is really important here. So let's go ahead and get this going.
Hi. Hi. Yes, you may, sir.
Thank you.
Did you find everything all right?
I did. Wonderful. Great store.
Great, awesome. 179 is your total.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So I'm just going to pull up a code for you here. Here you go.
And ask for your phone number. Email. This is like Bitcoin.
So, I mean, like, first of all, I mean, I've, definitely heard about, bringing in gift cards, right? The concept of gift cards to make purchases. But we're kind of used to it in the sense of, $10, $20, $50, $100, these kind of like base points. Brandon, I just looked at him. He put in like $1.75 to make a purchase. It created a QR code and
Scannable code. Yep.
a scannable code, right? That made it a scannable barcode that the cashier was able to easily identify, scan. There was no questions asked. It was the coolest thing I've seen, man. So what exactly did we just show America here, man? Show the world. What did we just see here?
Well, what we showed them is our first ever transaction done on video. So I don't know how you found that one, but that was literally the first ever transaction done, and we were just so excited because it worked. But it's gotten,
Man, you already
the
know. You
user
already know. I'm
experience.
digging through the crates, man. I'm digging through the crates trying to find things, man.
Yeah, you did. You found the first one. So that was kind of our proof of concept. The user experience and user flow is much better now, even in our upcoming release, where our goal is to get it to like three taps or more or less. You know what I mean, to check out, because that's a big thing. But what we did is we're utilizing the rails that are already there at the stores, and that's around what our IP is that we're able to do those without those transactions, without the stores understanding what Mobie is. So that was the key. So now we
Say
have
that
all
one
these
more
big
time for the
retailers.
people to hear, man. Say that one more time for the people to hear, because I think that's important. That's super important when you talk about mass adoption.
Mass adoption, yeah, and it's similar. So what we did is we modeled it after Starbucks, right? It's the same kind of flow that people are used to Starbucks. And when we did our due diligence and research, Starbucks at the time was the #1 mobile payment app, second to Apple Pay, believe it or not. Apple Pay over the last couple of years Starbucks was #1. So what we wanted to do is build a user experience and a technology that was similar to Starbucks, but not just usable at Starbucks, all the other big retailers. Now, here's the biggest kicker. We have relationships at these retailers, so we're able to actually give these people cash back on cash.
Wait, time
So
out,
what
time
that
out,
means,
time out, time out, time out, man. Hold up, time out, time out, time out. Hold up, drop the bomb one more time. Goodness gracious.
I love the bomb, by the way.
It's the only way I could pause and catch my breath. Okay, so cash back on cash while you shop at stores. Explain this witchcraft you're talking about here. What do you? How does it? What do you? What's going on?
So this is wrapped around our secret sauce and our IP, and then but we have these relationships with these retailers. We have about 42 in the app. It's going to be significantly more here soon. We're just doing a slow rollout. But what happens is when you go in the app, you get either 2 up to 4% cash back. So what that means And this is when you're spending, right now it's just dollars only, but when you spend crypto, it'll be the same. So what'll happen, you walk up, you'll then type in the amount, you'll select your currency. So right now you can go to these retailers, you can pay with USD through your USD wallet, which is an FDIC insured bank account, or you can pay with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar, MobieCoin. You can actually pay with MobieCoin at these retailers, and then you'll get that cash back, right? So they're basically, it's like you paying $100 and they're coming out of the register and giving you $2, 2% cash back minimum. Now, this isn't 2% cash back on a 9% credit card through Apple, Apple credit card or whatnot. This is cash back on cash. So part of the
Wow.
utility of Mobie, if you're using Mobie to pay, MobieCoin to pay, you will actually get a multiple of that cash back, and you'll get it in MobieCoin. So mainstream consumers can choose to just get cash back on cash, or if they want to get 4% or even up to 8% cash back in MobieCoin, they can select that as well. So what we're teaching people is with the part of the utility of MobieCoin is that yes, you can get it like similar to rewards points or airline miles, but you can actually spend those reward points anywhere in the Mobie ecosystem, but you can also redeem them for cash instantly. So if you want to just convert those MobieCoin into cash, you can have the ability to do that too. So this is the key right here. This is where we are a real business. We're not a crypto company that depends on our crypto and trading. That's not what we're about. We have a pure utility, and we actually make money by driving traffic to those stores. So now we're in this crazy position because inflation supposedly 8.6%, which we all know it's much higher.
Thank you.
And so,
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, come on now. That's a whole other conversation.
And so our marketing narrative that we're going to be doing is Mobie, shop with Mobie and fight inflation, or shop with Mobie and you know what I mean. So that's what we're doing, and even cooler, just to kind of go on. So you can shop and earn if you want to stack rewards. We're actually building what's called like a honey coupon wrapper. So before you're checking out, it's searching for coupons online. So let's just say you go to Bed Bath and Beyond. Right.
Oh, the king of coupons, by the way.
Yeah, 20%. Yeah, you're getting 20% off. And so you're going to scan that code, and then you're going to add, like, let's just say it's 8% where the cash back from MobieCoin. You just got 28% off or back from that transaction. Now we're in a recession. I don't care what anyone else says, in my opinion, at least.
No. I mean, I think we had negative 2%. They finally admitted negative 2%. It's finally admitted it.
And this is
right.
And this is the app, right? People want to save money. They're going to want to use something that saves money. There's a big market with VCs right now. It's compared to Mobie. It's called Fetch Rewards. They just raised $240 million at a $2.5 billion valuation. Again, these are real businesses. We're a real business powered by blockchain, so we can scale globally. But that's really where we're at. So we have a shop, we have rewards, and we have a full-blown wallet. And in the wallet, you can hold your cash, you can hold your crypto, you can exchange crypto for crypto, and you can exchange crypto for cash near instantly. So it's very simple. So it's like the super app that you can do everything from, but the primary thing is shopping.
Yeah, it's just amazing, man. Look at this. I'm just pulling this up here. Atlanta GDP tracker, right? It's like we're in a recession. Finally, they want to admit that. But yeah, man,
perfect app for that, right? No one thinks everything's crypto's down, but we think we're going to thrive in this bear market and really take market share, because we actually are not like a crypto.com, which is branding wise doesn't hit the mainstream consumer. Now their brand right now is taboo. It's a bad word with everything going on. So, our goal is to build a lifestyle, technology brand that people can connect with. So you're talking about moms, you're talking about, that go spending, go shopping. That's kind of our primary demographic. Then millennials that are socially conscious, and then gamers. That's really where our market is moving forward. And we built this app to be able to make it super simple. For instance, you can send crypto to an email address or phone number within the app, and it's done with no gas.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Exactly.
You're disgusting me right now. Just stop it. Come on. Goodness gracious.
So
Wow.
that's really where, so everything, this is our new UI that we're launching. So you can shop to earn, you can move money, you can earn rewards. And one thing I would mention is really a big part of what we're doing is giving back.
Mm,
So we believe, creating a sharing economy is going to be key. And we have the power to build that with the innovation that we have and the business model that we have. So what we're doing is we're going to be partnering with charities and nonprofits, charity causes, churches, everything. And basically, you can, when you get your cash back, you can choose to keep it or you can choose to donate it to a charity
I
right in the
like
app.
that. I
So,
like that.
it's a cool thing where people can either keep it, or they can do some good with it.
I
But for
like
us,
that.
it's a big part of my purpose is a for purpose serial entrepreneur that's the purpose is trying to getting access to people that are less fortunate or getting access to people that don't have access to it now.
I like that. I like that. I mean, for purpose. I mentioned that in the intro. The reason why you put that, you have that as a bio makes even more sense. I remember, when I first started doing these podcasts, speaking to people about Jet. And the one thing that came up often was the fact that everybody realized that Jed wasn't just creating, the next token hype, that he was really trying to come with a purpose and, bring solutions for actual problems. And
Yep.
I think that you guys are hitting on so many levels. I mean, something as simple, for instance, as finding coupons. I can't tell you how many times I've been even at Bed Bath and Beyond, and the cashier can't find the 20% off. I can't find the 20% off, and you guys are able to put it together. What was that process like? I mean, especially for entrepreneurs that are listening to this call right now, this podcast is, what was the process of really, fine tuning, your product and understanding exactly the holes to fill?
It's taken, unfortunately, and fortunately, depending how you look at it, it's taken 3.5 years for us to get here. Slowly building. We've done everything bootstrapped. We haven't raised outside investor money through on the equity side. We're raising now. We're just starting our raise now that we have product and ready to, we have some numbers through our kind of beta that we launched in our mobile app late last year. So, but just it's understanding your market, understanding the problems, and figuring out solutions. So I think for us, it's just like, how do we have to figure out, like, for instance, a big exercise we did over a year ago is why would someone want to use Mobie as opposed to their, Apple Card or their, or their Apple Wallet or whatever it is, right? And we really believe that the cash back was going to be key. But also, if they were supporting, their favorite charity when they shopped, and that charity is getting 1% of the transaction, I would pull out Mobie to use that. So it's just understanding the psychology of people, and
Mm-hmm.
really trying to making something that's usable and friendly. But it's been really difficult. We've had to try to simplify what we've done and what we've built, and it's like this super app that pretty much does everything. It's hard because investors don't want us. They want you to focus, and so we're like, yeah, we are focused. The shopping and earning is the
Right.
focus. Yes, we are crypto enabled. We are built in blockchain tech. We don't need to really talk about that, but the business side of we're we're creating revenue because if we want to do real good, if we want to give back, if we want to make billions of dollars and give it away, we have to make the money first. So we're
Mm-hmm.
just doing it in a way where we're like, okay, we're a good business, and we're gonna build this thing out and help to build infrastructure for those things to happen. And honestly, one of the big things that drove to Stellar was their vision and Jed's vision for delivering money to the unbanked. Right? There's, I think,
Yes.
1.7 billion unbanked people in the world, and for me, I believe that the primary reason that they are, living in poverty is because they don't have access to money. They don't have access,
Right.
to those things. They don't have access to debit card machines and things like that. So, they don't have a telecommunication infrastructure for that. So, anyways, that's really for me is like the long term. I always think about the end in mind. the long term for us is like, okay, how does someone bank on their phone and transact on their phone and just use their phones to exchange value, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and it was interesting because when we looked at the like where we're going next outside of the US, it was we're looking at Mexico, and Mexico is great because 52% of the people in Mexico at the time I did the data research, 52% of people in Mexico have bank accounts, 92% have cell phones. So you're
Wow.
talking about 40% of the entire population is a market for a product, So anyways, long-winded there, but that's really kind of why we built on Stellar and why we're continuing to, and that's kind of our vision, the product and moving forward. So we can stem out to other things, but we just built this kind of super app to take on every market if we can.
No, I like it. I mean, the charity aspect, the giving aspect, I think is I can see having its own set of wings. I spent a lot of years dealing with nonprofits, and especially on a local level, one of the most common things that they would do is that they would partner with a local pizza shop, or a local whatever, and encourage people to go and eat, shop at XYZ location, and for the night that business would then donate the money back. But with something like this, I mean, essentially, a nonprofit could say, hey, just use the Mobie app between these dates, and all them anywhere whether you're at Bed Bath and Beyond, whether you're at AutoZone, the Gap, no matter where you are, you can give your money earned straight back to whatever the local nonprofit or organization is. So I think that that's really, really impactful, and I love that you guys implemented that into your software. I think that's really huge. This right here, I guess, is what the instant payment checkout is. I wanted to talk about the business side. So, you guys highlighted, manage money transactions and payouts in one place. Is this business? Is this like a separate app, a separate product? I'm curious a little bit about this particular service here.
Yeah, so this is specifically in our web wallet right now. Our web wallet isn't as built out as our mobile. A lot of the features aren't available yet. But if you go to the web wallet, you can sign up as a user or as a business. And if you sign
Wow.
on as a business, you basically have invoicing capability. You can manage debit card transactions. You can manage customers. You can manage reports. You can actually manage a marketplace. So we built an in-app marketplace, which is a key feature that we
Mm,
have, and that allows for merchants and businesses to post products that are visible in the app when they refer to their users. So there's some cool stuff there. So basically, we wanted to be for like a global entrepreneur, someone with a side hustle that has a business that wants to set up. They don't want to use Bank of America or traditional banks. They want to use our system because
nice.
they can do all their cash, they can manage their cash, but they can also accept crypto. And the cool thing is we have a built-in
Wow.
in-app exchange. So if someone, let's just say we have all these big retailers. So our goal is going to be going after small, medium-sized businesses and say, hey, by the way, sign up with Mobie and you'll get a business account. It's free. You can do all these great things. You can manage your money. This is a mock-up of our new web app that's not out yet, but you can still download the alpha version. But that's really kind of like the dashboard that they can do as a business, right? So if you have a personal account, you will just be able to toggle to that in the top left of the screen, which is great. Now, this is a key component because now that we have these business accounts, they can manage money, they can distribute money, they can send money all from one place. And then we have, if you want to scroll down, we have the checkout. So as a business, they sign up for a business account and they say, well, you can use our checkout platform. And the checkout platform is key because what we've built is, and it's not live yet. It's still in testing, but it does work great. And what it allows you to do is you can check out in person and or online, like an e-commerce site, in cash or crypto, and the transaction fee is only 1%, even for cash. So because
Wow.
we're not using the Visa and Mastercard rails and interchange and all that stuff, we're not paying. They're not being charged at 3%. So really,
Wow.
that's a great thing. So I could go to businesses now and say, by the way, do you want to save 70% of your processing fees? Do you want to accept crypto and not have to hold it for the volatility, because we automatically exchange it in USD for them, so they can accept crypto without the
And when you say
risk.
USD,
And
you mean USDC, Circle's USDC?
no, US dollar.
You
We're
straight into the
partnered with
dollar. Wow. Wow.
straight into the dollar, and basically in their USD wallet, which is an FDIC insured bank account through our banking partner. So you're getting
Wow.
that money instantly. There's no chargebacks. So you're talking about a platform that can, and the data behind that is the transaction data is great. So there's a big thing for businesses that will want to go use it. Now we have, hey, you can use Mobie in these big retailers. Oh, by the way, small businesses, sign up for Mobie. Because now you
Man.
can, now you can go through and you can accept crypto. You can send, there's all these benefits of being a Mobie business, because then they have access to the gateway.
Right.
So this is the long term vision, but it all starts with the app, right? Then it's like,
I
cool, we
like
move
that,
into the
man.
business account, then we move into the gateway, then we move into other products, but they're all kind of coincide and built around the payments ecosystem that and
I,
rewards ecosystem that we
yeah,
put
man.
together.
I like it. I really do, man. I like it a lot. I could see that as it's like you have all these different buckets, man. I could just picture you in a couple years. You're gonna have your charity team. You're gonna have your small business team. You're gonna have
Oh
your
yeah,
retail team. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects. Um, and I mean, just from talking with you, and down in Miami, and then we chatted online a couple of times, and today, I know that this is just the beginning of the MobieLabs empire, man. It seems like a really clean product. It looks good. It's real easy to utilize. You got the reward system, so really clever utility case for the NBX token, which I love as well. The stacking program, universal wallet. This business thing is, I mean, that to me is awesome. Stellar Global is one of the things that we really want to encourage entrepreneurship, and the fact that you guys are working on this platform to make it easy for small businesses, neighborhood businesses, to to jump in. I think I think is great, and like you said, they get access to all the other perks, all the other MBX perks and all those different things
yeah,
that comes along with it. So really awesome. I mean, what's next? What's kind of, I mean, at this point, your focus moving forward right now.
yeah. So I mean, we released the mobile app in kind of like I wouldn't say closed beta, because it was kind of open to the public, but we released that late last year. And we've identified some of the onboarding friction, which we're fixing with the KYC process. We've seen what hasn't worked with the UI and UX. So we've taken all that data, and we believe we fixed everything that we can. So we're in the process of updating the mobile app here this month. And then once that's done, then we're going to kind of start our primary marketing push and user acquisition. So user acquisition is key. We have some really good numbers on the user acquisition so far, but we need more data. We need more users. So that's scheduled around the mid-month. And then we're just raising. We're actually going to be starting to raise money, and then we're just looking to, over the next 3 months is just users, just refine data, and then we'll start to roll out other products. We have some really good products I can't talk about because a lot of people will go and steal these ideas, but we have some good products that we're going to be releasing here this year, and probably early into next, that are really going to separate us from the pack. But right now, we're just really focused on getting the app out there, getting it in people's hands, having them shop, getting feedback, so we can continue to grow the ecosystem and build out products. So that's kind of where we're at right now and where we're going.
Man, it's awesome. Man, one last thing, that is a pretty cool art piece on the back wall behind you. Man, that is tight. That is tight. I'm just curious, completely off topic, but That's a dope ass looking Rubik's cube. What's the story behind that?
I love street art. I love art in general, as an artist and in music, but I love street art a lot. So I kind of go on these hunts to finding like,
Nice.
different street art. So this one is one of with a bunch of cartoon characters, which I love cartoons, growing up.
Right.
And I love the complexity of a Rubik's Cube. So I'm like, that looks perfect, right behind my desk, and it's always a talking piece. So it's great. I have street art all over my house. So it's one of
Nice.
my I always like finding cool stuff that I can hang, and NFTs are cool too. I need to get an NFTV so I can just have a slideshow of cool different art going through.
Nice, nice. Look, Brandon, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Really excited. Once again, folks, the website, you can go visit it. It is Mobie.io. It's up right now. Take a look. Download the app. You can actually go ahead right now. Right on the main page, right there. Boom.
Yeah,
Pay,
you can
shop,
download
and
the app,
earn.
guys. Yeah, you guys can download the app, and right now we have, you can earn up to $30 just by completing different things in the app. So load your first hundred
Hey,
dollars, you make $10 in MBX. Spend your first $100, you make another $10, and exchange your first $100, you make another $10. So there's 30 there. Go ahead and sign up too. We also You can check out mobienetwork.com. That's more of the blockchain side. We're going to be updating that site soon, but definitely register for the newsletter. We have some really good giveaways. We have some really good things coming out here in the next couple of weeks. And there's a lot of incentives for early adopters that are
ooh.
using the product. So definitely get your name on that list, and love to hear any feedback. And it's just been such a pleasure and such a joy to be here, Sam. It's been always great to chat with you, and I'm super excited to keep connecting and building in the seller ecosystem. There's a lot ahead.
Man, awesome. So basically, and I think I saw is AMC on there? Did I see AMC? Am I mistake? My mistake? Okay, it's on there. So I
Yep,
can sign up. I can
AMC.
sign up, go through everything, and then basically I can go have movies and drinks on you. Is what you're saying?
Pretty much. You can actually use MobiCoin. So the KYC process is a little cumbersome for the next couple of weeks. It
Uh
will
huh.
get very easy once we have our new update, which we're building right now and getting in testing. So just fair warning, it's a little stringent because we were in a probationary period with our banking partner. KYC is number one thing.
Right.
And so,
Right.
anyways, just check it out, and love to hear your feedback. And if you have any ideas, anyone has any great ideas, please let us know. We'd love to. We always listen to our community. So
Awesome, my friend. Well, look, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, it's Mobie.io. Visit, pick up your free money, $30 to try it out, to sign up, go shop, get cash back, and stay tuned because I got a feeling that we're going to hear a lot more of Brandon Burgason. Hang out for a couple seconds to everybody else. I'll be back next week. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful 4th of July week. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Man, this was enjoyed it a lot. Real good one. Hang out for a little bit, Matt, Brandon, and we'll